Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and hope you're not being too busy today with trading during the inauguration. But welcome back to a new video regarding the Ripple, aka XRP ecosystem. Because I've been wanting to make a video like this for a long time, but I still had to do, like, if I'm going to make a video on the XRP ecosystem, I feel like I better do enough research to actually be able to say a little bit about the ecosystem and about projects I actually like before making the video. So in this video we will talk about 4 projects actually, and I will probably make more videos like this down the line. If you are interested in that, about 4 related to XRP projects. Most of them are actually on the XRP ledger as well, that I think actually have potential. Now, that does not mean that you have to buy it instantly after this video. Today, and I'm not sure if you're watching it today, but today is the inauguration of Trump, so it's going to be very volatile, all right? And some of these coins, I would actually, and we'll get to that later, but I would actually wait for certain price development to happen before buying. But I'll show you that as well. We'll take a look at the chart, and let's just get right into it. So the first project I wanted to talk about is Flare, and this might be a little bit of a weird pick, all right? Because Flare is actually not on the XRP ledger. It is its own layer 1 EVM blockchain, all right? And you can also see that they have their own total value locked right here, which is growing quite nicely. It's relatively low, but it is growing. And some of the TVL on there is actually not included within this TVL, so it should actually be a bit higher. But altogether, like I said, this is an EVM blockchain. So why am I naming this with the XRP ecosystem? And that is, and I could not find too much about this, and some of you will hate me for that. I'm okay with that. But what Flare strives to do, and I'm not sure how often it's actually being done, but it allows Ethereum smart contracts to be used on the XRP ledger, all right? So on the XRP network, and therefore it's related to XRP. Outside of that, the token was actually airdropped to XRP holders. And what we have seen, if you actually take a look at the price, which I also wanted to do right now, compared to the price actually tends to do quite well if XRP is also doing well. So there's definitely a connection. But what I like about this is that, first of all, it's an actual project with utility that's being used. But outside of that, I think the technicals actually look quite good. And personally, I think XRP in 2025 can still go higher, can still do better, which obviously the success of these projects are dependent on that. But if you're watching this video, you probably agree with me. And what you see with XRP, with FLR is that, first of all, it got into this range right here, bit of a deviation, but you can see we very aggressively and very strongly got back into this consolidation range right here, which in my opinion it's just a matter of time, and therefore I would wait. But it's just a matter of time before we actually are able to break above our main resistance level around 3.2 cents and head up higher. I mean, you can see what we did at the start of the year. FLR absolutely went bonkers, and if you bought during the entire rally right here, could have made like a 3.5x. So this is a little bit higher in market cap at $1.5 billion. So be aware of that. This is most likely not going to 10x, but I do think the chart looks amazing, and I do like the project as well. Now, the second project I wanted to talk about is Sologenic. Now, Sologenic I have covered back in the days. I mean, I used to cover this quite often in 2021. Yes, I know, a long time ago. But this project has a huge community. At least back in the days, they had a massive community. I would still say they have. I mean, in general, the XRP communities are actually much better than most of the communities in the crypto space, in my opinion. But interesting project. I mean, first of all, if we actually take a look at the price, I think the same thing as with FLR. I mean, what we've seen is that during November, when XRP was very strong, is that these projects started to rally a lot. And I'm not sure why this is not working. There it is. These projects rallied a lot, and after that they got into some sort of a consolidation. I expect XRP to still do well later in 2025 as well, so therefore I think it's a matter of time. And by the way, it's also a bullish structure if the price actually consolidates after a blow off top like this, instead of starts to trend down. I think it's a matter of time before we are actually able to stay in this consolidation and break out and make new highs. Head for $1, potentially even higher. But altogether, this chart was one of the first things I saw and I liked. But outside of that, they're an actual actual company as well. What they do is they basically help institutions with tokenization solutions. This is actually on the XRP ledger, but you can see that, for example, that they use Fireblocks and Copper.co for custody services for the enterprises. And see, what I always think with these projects, to be a little bit critical, is how many customers do these projects actually have. But altogether, regardless of that, like I said, in crypto, sometimes that honestly doesn't matter that much. I know they have a great community, $200 million market cap, so already more potential than FLR in terms of price action, and the chart looks amazing. And this is, in my opinion, the biggest project on the XRP ledger. Now, the last two projects I wanted to talk about are meme coins. All right, so before we get into those, bit of a disclaimer, like these are very risky. And they're also a little bit difficult to trade. But the two meme coins that I wanted to highlight, and potentially I'll make a new video talking about more meme coins later on if you're interested in that. But the two I wanted to highlight are Phoenix, or PHNIX, which I'll leave links to this down in the description, of course, and Pongo. So both of these, I mean, if you take a look at these charts, they look horrific. They don't look good. And I agree with that. Now, I must say that they've been launched relatively recently. Phoenix has been launched the 27th of December. Pongo has been launched the 10th of January. So how much can we actually say about these charts, right? But in general, I mean, the charts look bad, but obviously, I mean, these charts, first of all, the markets in the last 10 days or in the last month actually were not amazing for altcoins, especially not for most meme coins. And then outside of that, I mean, these are very dependent on XRP's success. And XRP has been very strong for the last like 10 days or so. But very often what you see is that the ecosystem follows later than XRP itself. And we still have to see whether it can actually keep this bullish momentum or not. But these are the two projects that I actually think are pulling some daily volume, have quite a lot of potential, because Phoenix and Pongo, like this is Phoenix, this is Pongo. The way I would characterize them is that Phoenix has a little bit less potential in terms of access, because it has a market cap of $28 million already, than Pongo. So it has less potential, but it is also less risky, because it's actually pulling in $1.4 million in volume, and it's actually listed on multiple exchanges, whereas Pongo is only listed on Maxi and is pulling in less volume than that. So this is personal preference. I mean, I personally will buy both of them. But if you want a little bit less risk and more potential rewards, and you actually think that XRP is going to continue to do good, because like I said, that's needed, I would buy Phoenix. And if you want a little bit more risk, and also a little bit more risk of just not making any money at all, I would buy Pongo. And in terms of their following and in terms of their community, I would say they're pretty similar, but I would actually say that Pongo is a bit stronger community-wise. So therefore, I'm buying both. I think they both have their good parts. And like I said, I actually do think XRP is still going to do well, and especially its ecosystem in 2025. But that's the video for now, all right? We talked about Pongo, Phoenix, Sologenic, and Flare. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to know more about XRP and its ecosystem. Let me know what you think about these picks. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.